What's going on, good people? Welcome to the Hesi HoopCast. This is your host and moderator, Marcus. Man, I'm excited to be on this morning or this afternoon, actually. Before we get really deep into this, we definitely want to hear from the two stars of this HoopCast, Black Moses and Leak. How you doing, fellas? Black, how you doing, bro?
I'm jacked up, man. I'm excited. And we are this close to the playoffs where all sins will be exposed.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. How about you guys?
Hey,
I'm great, man. Leak, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm glad to be back on with my bros. You know, this hoop talk, this no hesi hoop talk, this sacred talk, right? This is a safe space for no one when it comes to the hoop narrative. So I just want to put that out there. But I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I'm really looking forward to the play-ins, right?
Yeah.
That's really where we at now in 2021. Cats is excited about playing games. So in this one of the ones that we got is an explosive matchup. So I'm looking forward to that. Somebody got an echo, or do y'all hear that?
Nah, you're good.
Yeah, I think I hear a little something, but it's nothing too crazy.
Okay, that must be on Black side talking about you good. No, you good. Lightweight wearing a wire under there.
Man,
we got a hoop wire under there trying to get me caught up. Trying to get me caught up by the hoop police. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Working with Adam Silver.
Well, fellas, man, we got a lot to get to, so we're going to jump right in. But before we do that, we definitely want to shout out all of the viewers, man. We got Ty Freeman jumping on, man. So shout out to everybody who's checking us out, man, live and replay. If you're live, we have this awesome thing called the chat, right? So hop in the chat, man. We want to get you on the No Hesi Jam screen. And, we're excited, man. So, fellas.
Hey, I'm waiting for Ramon to jump in today, too, boy.
Yeah. Shout out to Ramon.
Yeah.
But, fellas, man, we're talking Kwame versus everybody. And when we say Kwame, we mean none other than Kwame Brown, right? He had a interesting interaction. He's kind of on Twitter on his head.
My guy is on point, man. Because I was gonna say
man, he kind of shook up the Twitterverse, man. So let's before we go, we're gonna react to some content here. It may be suitable. Language may not be suitable for kids, but hey, you know how we do here on No Hesi. We keep it real, raw, and uncut. Let's go, Lee.
So I appreciate that, Mark. Hey, we're gonna kind of try to go in a little chronological order, not too far because then we'd have to go all the way back to Stephen A. Smith's comments. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kwame Brown has been, cats have been ragging on his name for decades. All right, not years, decades. And for some reason, it seemed like Kwame Brown just ain't here for it no more. All right, so. What kind of prompted his return to the eye is this interview with Gilbert Arenas, it seems, on the All the Smoke podcast. So let's kind of check a little bit of that out, fellas.
Hey, we cooking today, fellas.
Facts, that's a fact. Yeah, get your popcorn ready. All right.
And you got to remember we have Kwame. So right now, he's getting booed at home. Every time as soon as he misses a layup, they booing the man.
Ooh.
Yeah, they booing him.
See, Jack's already messed up, right?
Right.
Your little side comment, you know what I'm saying? Your little, you're supposed to be on your team, right? You know what I mean? Like, but let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going.
You know what I mean? It was like one of them, like, damn, bro. Well, I ain't thinking about no more. And here comes him by age.
The slight disrespect is just kills me from Gil.
It ain't no slight. About it.
You're right.
Blatant.
Right.
Listen, hey, and this is where I knew I was like, man, he just needs to get he needs to leave.
Fresh start.
Yeah, he was like, he'll come to me and it's like,
you got a player saying this, right? Like, a player telling me you just gotta go, dog. You gotta
a teammate.
A teammate, right.
yo, hey, You know, I know they said 5 down, you know, when I get in, but let me get like a tip in first. Don't come directly to me. That's how shaking he was. You know what I mean? Imagine you getting booed at your own home. That means you don't even want to be home. You want to be on the road. You don't even want to be home no more. You know what I mean?
That's a hell of a feeling. Though. You don't want to play your home game.
You don't want to play the home game.
Like Jack again, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
You're getting booed. The road
and
Jack,
and the way Jack's carrying him, like he's a goat. Like, look at the way he's sitting. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like he's on a Rushmore somewhere, right?
Right.
like that chin is chiseled in a rock somewhere. You know what I mean? Not the case, Jack.
Yeah. You home booing because they hate you. You know what I mean? So, you know, he really
Kwame getting serious right now, dog. You know what I mean? Like, come on, your home booing because they hate you. Kwame just like, man, dog, why you gotta bring me up in all this, man? It's a little it's a side story from Gil's story too, which is the
right.
Part, you know what I mean? Like, he pooped on Kwame Brown just as a side piece to his main narrative. You know what I mean?
Right. So he could talk about his run with the Wizards, which nobody cared about. But carry on, Lee.
Right.
He has some personal stuff, you know,
that's tough
at home game. So we going in to Chicago, and like, you know, you watch it on TV, like crowds and stuff, and you can feel it in your chest, the cheers and the like.
That's pretty much it. He's pretty much saying how the whole team got booed in Chicago,
right?
And he told the paper that the Washington needed to come out and cheer for their team, the Wizards, once they played their next home game because they needed that love at this point. But he wanted a side piece to Kwame. He wanted to add in Kwame Brown being booed at home and on the road. You know what I mean? He's the exception there. He's gonna get booed regardless. You know? One because they hate him on the road, the other one because he sucks. They hate him out. They're gonna boo him at home. So that right there set off. It was the straw that it was the narrative that broke Kwame's back at
Right.
So
right. Cute, like Laway cute a dead horse gift.
Right. So we'll go ahead and check out another joint where there's some type of victory.
We almost 8 minutes in. Who else but us, man? Who else but Hesi giving you this type of context? All right.
Absolutely. So right here we do see Kwame in the whip. Let's go ahead and see what he's got to say while riding in his luxury whip that he got off his hard work, right?
Yeah.
Kwame put that work in, you know what I mean, to get what he ain't got a lot. He ain't got as much as these other brothers, you know what I mean? But he got what he got, you know what I mean? Look at that. So let's
see. I just watched All the Smoke podcast, right? And I heard Gilbert Arenas at No Chill Gil. And I heard fake ass gangster stack 5. So I think I'm gonna address you guys. Give me about 3.
Hey, remember, as the community, Mark already said, right, that we are not responsible for this language. You know, we're on this thing. Because this is a part of the hoop world right now. So, you know, but we do not endorse this language, all right? So let's be very clear, all right?
I gotta go speak to someone real politely, real quick. I'm gonna give you effeminate niggas what you've been asking. A lot. Saying a lot of things you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna address you directly at No Chill Gil. And at Stack 5, fake Black Lives Matter activist ass nigga. Niggas at the same time, allegedly. So you just confused. So I'm gonna help your little confused ass out. Just give me about 3-4 minutes. I'm about to speak real nicely to somebody real quick. Cause some of you niggas got it confused. Y'all get on the internet and y'all purport things that make no sense. I grew up in the era where you don't play with grown-ass men. And I think both of you two gentlemen know personally that I'm a grown-ass man. See, I don't pretend gang bang and I don't do none of that shit. But when I grew up, grown men would play, and you don't play with a grown-ass man. And I ain't been this cute for this long. And staying quiet and listening to you dumb motherfuckers talk that don't build nothing for no reason. So I'm gonna address you little feminine nigga today. At Stack, Black Lives Matter activist, fake gangster, and I'm in Atlanta at the same time.
Assalamu
He
alaikum.
said, pull up.
Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hey, man, everybody want attention. Say Kwame Brown, bro. I love you to death, man. I don't want no smoke with you. But you can call Charles Oakley to anybody. I'm with Oakley every day. He know that. He know that.
Hey, that's the vibe.
He got
right?
the oak pass. He got the oak pass.
Right.
Hey, it's like, bro, I'm with Oakley every. And why do you? I'm with Oakley every day, dog. You already know what time it is. I'm with Oak. I'm with Big Oak. All right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was
Hey,
just with,
Oak is definitely on the Rushmore of goons, right?
absolutely.
He on Goon Rushmore.
Hey, Oak's been co-signed by the GOAT, MJ, right? As a goon,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
I mean, that alone right there lets you know. So Stack 5 is pulling that card. You know, on some. I was just with Oak and them. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull up. You know what I mean? That's how we rock. All right, man. All right.
I wish you the best, little bro. You doing your thing, but we not gonna put you on. You had your opportunity when you.
Like, we said we. You know what I mean? Like he rolling with gang, right? You know what I mean? We just gotta listen to the verbiage of these cats a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
The number one draft pick and lay the egg. So don't make this personal.
Come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Yo, this dude.
They gonna continuously throw shots at Kwame, man, even in retirement, man.
Even in retirement, right.
And he got his jersey in the back too. Stack got his little Pacers jersey in the back.
Come at us because you know we hot, because you know we can put you back on. That ain't gonna work. Keep doing
So that's how he's using it, right? Look, I was with Big Oak. You know what I mean? Also, we're not gonna put you on. You know what I mean? Like we just ain't down with us like that. We're not gonna do it. We hot right now.
Right.
See, listen, yeah, man, yeah.
This is called the hoop lay, right? Like the boule, right? The black coin, the hoop lay, right? These guys are gatekeepers to the post-retirement hoop narratives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
That's what they're on. So yeah, let's finish them off real quick. We only got 10 seconds left. Let's see.
Much love, little bro. We don't want no smoke with you. Keep doing your thing. I'm in a different place. Trust me. But none of the stuff you
see that? I'm in a different
in a different lane. We in different brackets, quote unquote. We
operate on different levels right now, all right?
Yeah. Frequencies, right? Different frequencies.
People I'm with, they're not the people you with, right? Yeah.
You have no facts.
All right. So that was that, man. So I wanted to put that up just to kind of
for context.
Just for context. Let Maestro, he pulled the Oakley card, the NBA hood pass. That's a fact, right?
Yep.
Everybody want the Oak pass, man. Every goon in the league wants an Oak pass.
That's right.
These are facts.
Look,
like it's gonna let you into some type of goon doors that you weren't able to open before.
Weren't able to go before, right?
Like now that gives you the right to start talking about players after they've retired.
Right.
That literally have nothing to do with anything, right?
Right.
Well, I definitely get your thoughts on it, man.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Kwame came back again, right? After and we do want to just show that real quick. So we'll just get a little.
Kwame wasn't having it, right?
Nah, he wasn't, man. And I get it at a certain point. Like
I applaud him.
You got to protect your name, right? Right? Yep. Ain't that right, Mark? You got to protect your name.
Absolutely.
So let's see what Kwame's talking about. Let's see. This one's 29 seconds, so let's get into it.
It won't let you fool.
You better shut your motherfucking mouth. Because I don't like the way you started this shit. That better be the last time you mention my name, Becky.
So you talking about Matt Barnes?
Fuck you talking about a nigga with a finger wave talking shit to me. Everything I know, a finger wave head ass nigga talking shit about me. That his wife fucked his teammate. Ooh.
Hey, hey, Kwame is not playing.
Hey, and this and the highlights of that post is Kwame caught a body. All right. So yeah, man, that's what we got with that, you know, and I guess So Mark, if you want to do your thing now, go right ahead.
Yeah. Malik, man, we appreciate the context of that, man. I'm gonna start with Black. I know he's chomping at the bit up there, man. What are your thoughts on all of that? Black, we'll start with you.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say this. We're seeing a uptick in ex-players in their post-career jumping on the media train. And the beautiful thing about it is they're able to, you know, add more context and more layers because they actually played the game. But what we're going to start seeing is what I like to call the Joe Budden effect, right? You can only talk so much about these guys that you play with before they start coming back at you. And now we're in a space where they could pull up, right? Right. There's nothing stopping them from pulling up or from doing what Kwame did. So I salute Kwame for protecting his name. And then I'll also say this, man, and you guys, I'll turn it back to you guys. But at some point, man, we got to stop talking about Kwame Brown, right? About his career. Obviously, he didn't live up to what we all expected him to be when he was drafted. He was the butt of jokes for his entire career. At some point, man, we got to let that man rock. He's retired. He's not in the league anymore. I'm sure he's got a family. I'm sure he's got a whole other life outside of hoop. At some point, when will we stop talking about Kwame Brown? Yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys, man.
You know what, Black, before you go, man, I can't let you go without getting off your take, your stack take, man, because you have some great things to say off camera. I gotta let you get that off.
Listen, stack, and I hope Stack hears this too. You're not as good as you think you are. You're not as good as you were a glorified glue guy on the Pacers, right? On the Warriors, right? And on San Antonio. And you yourself even said that Pop was not giving you the tick you thought you deserved. So that being said, just because you played with Tim Duncan, just because you played with Ron Artest, and just because you played with Baron Davis does not give you the right to be a quote-unquote hoop gatekeeper. Right. Your career wasn't that good. Stack is that dude that balled out in practice, right? Right. And he feels like because he balled out in practice and because he has a good relationship with some of the ex-goons in the league that he could talk that talk on all the smoke. But I'm here to tell you, Stack, you're not no Hesi. When will these guys understand you're not no Hesi? You can't do that. This is what we do. This is our platform, all right? Stack and Matt Barnes want to talk like big steppers. Right. When in reality, the only reason why we talk about Matt Barnes is because the pump fake that he threw in Kobe's face when he was in Orlando, right? Right. Like these guys, I don't know where these guys are like rewriting history where you know, like they were in wars and battles with goats. Right. But hey, look, I'm here to tell you, I was watching all that hoop as a little jit, and I did not see any of that. All right. So there's my take. Hey, and Stack 5 too. Hey, look, man. Hey, we can get into Stack 5 as far as his activism as well. But I'm gonna let him rock. I'm gonna let him rock for now. I'm gonna go to Leak. We gonna hear what Leak got to say.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Hey, look. Hey, I appreciate that, Black. And we're just some hoop heads, you know, in a vacuum right now. Mm-hmm. So but Stack doesn't do that. Stack doesn't want to approach no Hesi for smoke, right? Like that's You know, that's not what he wants to do. You know what I mean? He's got his up and smoke thing going on. He's portraying his post career goon role. Right. You know, the hoop world is his locker room right now. Go ahead and handle. Keep doing what you're doing, Stack, but don't come for no Hesi because we don't have higher ups to keep us, you know, kind of organized in line with that type of talk, Stack. You know what I mean? And that's not a threat either. That's just saying, like, it's not a good idea for him to come lurking on Hesi, you know, just to tie his point. You know what I mean? That's not what he would want to do. You know, so but to touch on all this, man, this is pretty wild, man, and I'm happy that a guy like Kwame Brown stood up for himself. You know what I mean? He's been the butt of jokes for decades. All right, not years, decades, and I'm happy that, you know, he said enough. I've had enough. You know, I'm a man, and I'm gonna stand on my own too as a man. You know, and with these hands, I built what I got. You know, and I don't give a damn if you consider it a lot or not. You know what I mean? But I got it, and I got out the money. He said when he was 5 years old, he told his mama he was gonna buy her a house. He did that at 18 years old. Right now, Mark, as somebody who owns several properties, right, it is a real estate investor. You know, I bet you can see that's pretty an amazing thing.
Big,
you know, to buy your parents a home at the age of 18. You know what I mean? You know, cash money, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So you know, he's got a point there. I mean, look, man, guys are trying to get off their narratives and trying to establish themselves in this post hoop world. No, they're trying to Mambify their post career. Where your retirement is lightweight just as good, if not better, than your playing career, right? You make more headlines after playing than you did during playing. Now, of course, Kobe, excellent career, and then an excellent post-career setup as well. Well, these guys are also taking that narrative and they're following that, but they're doing it by any means necessary, right?
And here's the thing too, Leak, not to cut off because you're cooking right now.
Right.
You're cooking right now. But what you're saying is very true, right? Kobe had a catalog to stand on, right? We could go back, we can review tape. He's win against GOATs.
Right.
He is a GOAT.
Right.
So his post career makes sense. He's standing on a solid foundation.
Absolutely.
Stack,
right.
Matt Barnes, Gil Arenas.
Right.
Hey, look, we don't respect you like that.
No.
All right. We don't respect you like that. All right.
Look, and guys made it to the league, you know, and played prominent roles, you know, in certain situations, certain teams, certain games. You know what I mean? So you give them props for that, you know. But these guys are literally talking as if, you know, Gil Arenas stays with Kobe Bryant's name in his mouth, literally, right? As he wants to be known as the guy who don't nobody talk about, but I dropped 60 on Kobe head, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so now when we talk about how great Kobe was, we have to mention how nice I was too, right? You know,
right.
He's trying to fit himself into the narratives. And Matt Barnes, like you said, he would not be mentioned if it wasn't for that gift moment, right, with the GOAT, right? Where he flinched at him with the ball. And obviously that says a lot about Matt Barnes if Kobe didn't bat an eye.
Right. Hey, and neither did Derek Fisher.
Man.
And neither did Derek Fisher. I mean, Derek Fisher broke unwritten rules, right? Because that's how much he had the opposite of respect from that ball, right? You know what I mean?
Ultimately, I'll say this, y'all. I'll say this, man.
You gotta let me go a little bit. It's the first time now at this point, all right? The first time it was cute. The second time it was attractive. You know, now it's just now it's ugly. All right. With that being said, all right. You know, Derek Fisher started a family with Matt Barnes' children. All right? With that being said, all right. So, you know, and like I said, all these things happen. This is a part of life, you know what I mean? But you can't go perusing around as if you're edged in stone on a mountain somewhere, you know what I mean? On a hoop more, right? Niggas act like they got a hoop more, right? You know like if they glass case in their crib, they got a hoop more in there, you know what I mean? Like only a couple cats that got those. So I'm glad that Kwame did this. I'm glad that he went at them. I do think that they are not Gilbert particularly is not a great role model for young kids coming up as far as mentality wise and approach towards the game. I think he speaks about the game in a very disgusting manner as far as the mentality that he likes to perpetuate and fantasize and romanticize even, right? Like this type of scores mentality, this type of chuckers, it's like being a chucker but without protection. You know what I mean? Like he wants to give the narrative like he's not safe with the ball. You know what I mean? Like all over the place with it, and you should like that about him. You know what I mean? You should be like this too. So I'm glad that they got their cards pulled, and I'm looking forward to see where this goes. And hopefully these brothers can come on agreement and get to the same, and bring in Kwame on the show even or something like that, But Kwame's got to say what he's got to say, and people do need to stop using him as the butt of a joke, because the brother played 12 years in the league, and Stack only played 2 more than that. So how much better is he than him? And they was both role players.
Yeah, man. I totally agree. Black, did you had something you wanted to get in?
Yeah. And first and foremost, I do want to apologize to Lee, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, look, this topic just got me real amped. So I apologize.
I understand.
No, but all I was gonna say to kind of bookend it was something that Kwame Brown said that was very factual as well. Was they're using their platform to speak on hoop issues and hoop talk, but they're also not building. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it isn't constructive talk. A lot of times they're speaking on NBA fades, so to speak. So I do hope that from this they learn that using their platform to kind of build brothers up, as opposed to knock brothers down, should be a business model. And again, leave the jokes to no Hesi, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we have no skin in the game, so we can get this off. But
great point, Black. And as League is showing us the stats here, one could say these are more comparable than you would think. So man, leave the narratives to no Hesi, man. Y'all just reminisce and have a good time. But leave that to us. Moving right along from
Maestro as well. That's a nice comment from Maestro, real quick, Mark. I like that. Yeah. What if our role players feeling empowered like side chicks, right?
Right, exactly.
These dudes are barnacles on the bottom of goats, right? Talking like they big swimmers, right? All right, man.
And I'll also say, man, Maestro is definitely on no Hesi's Rushmore when it comes to comments. Right?
Yeah, at this point,
always insightful, always hilarious.
Yeah,
and very broad in the topics that he's touching on. So I appreciate that. Yeah. Also, Ty Freeman, we appreciate you too, brother. He be in here too. He lightweight be hyping up. I ain't going front. He like be putting gas in cats to blow here. Ty Freeman. But let's back to you, Mark. Back to you.
Absolutely, guys. So we're going from role players to Hall of Fame players. So let's talk about this weekend's festivities. We had a lot of great inductees into the Basketball Hall of Fame, but we're going to definitely put a spotlight on the big three, right? We're talking Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, and the late, great Kobe Bryant. So I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts and reactions on this weekend's Hall of Fame inductions, man. Black, we can start with you on this one.
I feel like this Hall of Fame marked pretty much like this is our generation now at this point, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like this solidified it because I think we all can agree we've witnessed pretty much all of these guys' careers at this point, right?
From the jump.
Yeah, like we didn't catch these guys on the tail end. Like it wasn't one of those like, our pops or our unks told us about this guy, and now we're in it. All right. So I thought that this was extremely fulfilling for me. I watched all but Vanessa's speech, man. I couldn't watch Vanessa's speech.
Yes.
Just because, man, it's this was something I was looking forward to watch Kobe experience in the physical, and to see it now the way it is, I'm sure it was beautiful, but I just couldn't do it, man. But shout out to Tim Duncan, man. I thought he gave a great, poignant speech. He's not always the most outspoken cat, but he thanked everyone he needed to thank, and he did up there what he did on the court, which was get straight to the point and go to work. No frills. So shout out to him, and shout out to KG, man. Hey, KG solidified, right?
Yep.
KG was kind of a fan favorite for all of us, I think, right? The big ticket, right? Sure. KG the kid, right? And the first one to come out of high school, or the first one of the new generation to come out of high school.
17 years old when he got drafted, I believe.
Yeah, big tick. It's a very exciting career. Always super intense, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not playing no games out there. Pretty much a warrior out there.
Go energy levels.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere he went too, right? It was no games.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No games being played. So this class was awesome. I can wax poetics about all these guys' careers, but I'll let Leak bloviate on that.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to the big ticket, man. I'm just looking up his stats, man, and like this is one of those situations where these were good stats. I mean, 18 and 10, right, and on a nightly basis, and 4 assists, making half his shots from the field. You know what I mean? Even 78, 80% from the line as a big. You know what I mean? So, he definitely worked on his game and put in work. I love KG. I remember when he came into the league. So I mean, man, 21 years down. Shout out to KG, and then also Tim Duncan, man. What can we say about him? I mean, what really solidified Tim Duncan to me was when Bron stands started showing him a lot of love, right?
Yep.
Cat started realizing how Bron would shout out Tim Duncan after series or after games and show his respect for Tim Duncan and things like that. And it's because Bron was getting Bron's teams were getting destroyed by Timmy D. You know what I mean? And the Pop system. So that's kind of where that whole respect thing of Bron and Pop and Tim Duncan and Manu and all that came into play. So shout out to Tim Duncan, man. 19 years. These guys played. Garnett with 21 years in the league. Tim Duncan went 19. He went to college though for 2 years, I believe. So that's kind of where he's at with that. But look at these nicknames. The Big Fundamental, right? Timmy, Groundhog Day, Old Man Riverwalk, right? From the Virgin Islands. So shout out to our people scattered all over in the Virgin Islands, man. First round, #1 pick, right? That's pedigree right there.
Yeah.
250.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. And he was Rookie of the Year with a GOAT at his position. Right? So that says a lot.
And he went to the chip. He went to the chip right after that, right?
Yeah, right after that. Yeah, absolutely. Born on debuted on Halloween. Look at that. 19 points a game and 11 rebounds a game on a nightly basis, 50% from the field, man. Didn't shoot any threes. It wasn't his game. Didn't hide it. 70% from the free throw line. Man. Big and this is pretty interesting because I remember all the biggest moments I saw him playing, and he pretty much hit his free throws. So
yeah.
Shout out to Timmy Dito, man. So
lived in the playoffs.
Lived there. Absolutely. I think it was 18 straight years of 50 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Timmy played 19 of those. So I mean that lets you know right there, what type of winning culture that he brought and set the tone for on the squad. And then of course, we got to mention Mamba, who is universally considered by many to be the greatest basketball player ever. Mm-hmm. And if not the greatest player, the greatest self-made player, right? The one who got into the league first round 13th pick wasn't projected to be like Michael Jordan, right? Wasn't projected to be some type of elite 3-level scorer, you know what I mean? Just looked like a good athlete, somebody who could run, jump, somebody who couldn't necessarily shoot, but somebody who could make some things happen, had a magical aspect to the way that he attacked the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. 20 years later, he's considered the greatest player to ever play the game by a lot. Some would even say he jumped over the jump man. Career per game, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 44, 32, 83%. Yeah, and it's crazy because I'm just going over the numbers just because they're here.
Yeah.
We already know, man, these numbers don't mean anything, man. You know what I mean? Like, these dudes, so crazy. We saw them get drafted. You know, we saw them get drafted. We saw them retire, and now we're seeing them get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So shout out
They get their jackets now, right?
Right. Very well earned jackets. I'll say that. Also, look at that. Arguably the greatest power forward of all time. Maestro, that's a fact.
He is the greatest power forward of all time.
I mean, who are you going to put in front of him? You know what I mean? That's a conversation. 5 rings, absolutely. So,
hey, look, it ain't going to be Chuck. That's for sure, right?
No. But yeah, man. These dudes, rest easy to the Mamba, but these dudes can really go on podcasts and talk their mess. You know what I mean? As former NBA, and call out any player they want. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can't be mad at that. You know what I mean? But not those guys that we were just discussing. You know, they got to be a little more humble and respectful when talking about other NBA players because they were one of the peers. These guys were they're a cut above the peer, right? You know what I mean? So yeah. Right. I mean, it's great to see them get in the Hall of Fame, and we are getting old, fellas. Just want to throw that out there too.
That's facts, man. I feel like we got invested as well, right?
Right. Mark, you got anything on the guys real quick, man? You want to touch on any of those cats, man?
Man, I think you guys really said it best. You kind of took the words out of my mouth. It was amazing to see these guys come in, watch their entire career, retire, and then have that 5-year incubation before Hall of Fame. It's like, dang, we really watched all of that, so it's just amazing, man. Shout out to them. And like Black said, it was hard. I tried to watch a little bit of Kobe's speech. I thought Jordan was going to speak, but they kind of changed that up. But, it was tough, man, because you wanted to see him get in there, but, shout out to the Mamba, man. He's here, what the imprint he left will be here long, after him. So,
right.
But man, moving on, fellas, we have to talk about the current GOAT, right? We're gonna be watching this guy go into the Hall of Fame at some point. Both of these guys, LeBron had a lot of, he waxed poetically about one Steph Curry. Let's see what he had to say there, and then I definitely want to get the fellas' reactions. So Leak, I'm gonna turn over to you, man.
I like the way you worded that, Mark.
Hey, look, ESPN, man. If you're looking for a new analyst, Mark.
right, man. Hey, they need to be bringing on No Hesi as a whole to flare up their content. So
right.
All right. Anyway, let's get the GOAT with his jewelry on. You know what I mean? Hey, Bron be put together so well, don't he? Like little details be off the chain, man.
Right.
You're kind of in the throes of competition. Maybe you don't look at it this way, but what does it mean to you? Maybe isn't the right word, but what does it mean to have your career intersect in a meaningful, not a series, but with Steph yet again? You guys have kind of obviously come across each other a bunch of times. And like you just said, MVP of the league, I'd be curious to know if you could expound a little bit more on your thoughts on why you see him as the MVP this year too.
I mean, for our paths to continue to cross in our career is pretty unique and it's pretty cool. I mean, both of us being born in Northeast Ohio, born in Akron. I know he spent a lot of his time, obviously, in Charlotte, but born in Akron and along with me, so we got that.
Bron Lightweight saying this is destiny, right?
Bron wanna align himself with Steph, right? From birth.
Right. Bron's Lightweight, like we've been taught. Bron's Lightweight when you meet him on the court on some Thanos type stuff, right? Like we've been alive for this stuff. You know what I mean? Like
we're tethered, right?
Right. It wasn't the championships that it was all for. It was for this moment, right? To keep your namesake going in the conversation, right? You know what I mean? All right.
That DNA, but
lightweight hoop DNA, right? Lightweight lightweight. They were born in the same hospital too, I believe, in Akron.
Yeah.
So
now we getting mythological with it, man.
Right.
well, look. No, because David Stern, head of the the mutant hoop division, right? He went and collected data.
The NBA genetics sector.
They went into that hospital and they messed with a few things, so to speak. You know what I mean? But knowing it would pay off in 2 decades later, well, let's keep going.
Our paths have been crossed again.
Like, I'm not saying it, right? It's not me saying it.
It's always been a level of respect that's even beyond the game of basketball. The way I feel for Steph. So that's cool. And we can, you can look what he's done this year. I mean, there's nobody. Everybody counting him out this year. Everybody saying that, now that Clay is hurt, can Steph lead a team on his own? What is he going to be able to do? Can he carry a team on his own? Can he carry a team into the postseason? Can he keep a team afloat? He's done that and more. I think he has the most 40-point. I don't know if it was 40-point games or something like that, or the most. He got the most 3-point, most 10 threes made in the season. He's broke his own record for how many threes he's made this year. I think he scored.
Hey, Bron bloviating now,
I was about
right?
to say, man, hey, Bron talking this man up right now, right?
Yeah, he's doing the most.
Talk about showering, look at that, man.
Bro, he literally built this man up from birth in Ohio to now. His accomplishments this season.
Right, this season from birth to now, right?
The brother just asked how it felt that you were going to be crossing paths for the playoffs.
Well, this is how it feels, huh? This is, say D'Angelo, tell me, how does it feel? Bron is bloviating right now, right?
Man.
Hey, Bron lightweight in his feelings, right?
Yeah.
30 points in the second half of games, like 8 times this year.
And he's still going. Sheesh.
Like, sheesh.
I don't know anything else. If you're looking for MVP, if Steph is not on Golden State's team, then what are we looking at? And we
get a room.
Caught up in the record sometimes. We get caught up in who has the best record, and instead of just saying who had the best season that year. And Steph has had, in my opinion, the best season all year. And it was the same, when Russ won the MVP. Russ was, first guy to
Ron got everybody's name in his mouth now.
Right.
And everyone threw the records out the window then when he won it. And I think, you look at what he's doing, Steph is like, Russ deserved it that year. And obviously, I don't think Steph is going to get it because of, it's another conversation. But in my eyes, he's played the best basketball all year round.
All right. So yeah, Mark, I'm gonna toss it to you, man.
A lot to unpack there, fellas. I think I'm gonna start with you on this one, League, and then we're gonna end with Black because I'm sure he's gonna bloviate on this.
Yo, shout out to Nate Curry for stepping.
Nate Curry in the building.
You go crazy. Nate Curry in the building. Bro, really slugging him off something proper. Maestro, LeBron narrated Curry's autobiography. Yes. You guys are absolutely correct, right? I mean, sheesh. But you know what? I will say this. LeBron is a student of the game, right? LeBron, he's always came off as that kid at heart who does admire the other superheroes around him. You know what I mean? It just so happens that he became 6'8", 250 pounds, and a locomotive in transition, right?
Right.
And haunted by the ghost of Michael Jordan, which drove him to greatness, right? So,
right.
But at the same time, he is that kid at heart who just loves to see exciting hoopers, right? That's who Bron is. So, for him to go down the list of all these things, hey, did I put on the proper box? Yeah, right? Right, he's just like all the other kids. You know, it just so happens that all the other kids that love hoop, LeBron is no different. It's just that he happens to be 6'8", 250, a locomotive in transition, and he's haunted by the ghost of Michael Jordan, right? Steph Curry has had an exceptional year, so I'm cool with all this. Now, I will say this. This is a Bronviat, all right?
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with what a Bronviat is, go to the episode last week, episode 35. We talked about how LeBron places these little things through the media to where if he was ever to take an L in any aspect of the game, of a stat category, of his career, of the finals, of the playoffs, he has these little Bronviats where he can go back to, a little breadcrumb as an excuse, so to speak, right? Offer a perspective, right? So that way we don't throw this guy back in the pit like we did prior to Miami. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is one of those in case he loses to Steph in the playing game, which can very well happen. Steph can go off for 60 points in a quarter. Now I'm doing a little much, but he could literally drop 30 in a quarter. And other than that, if Bron's role players are not knocking down 3-point shots, it's over.
It's over.
It's that simple because Bron's not going to outshoot Steph. AD's not going to outshoot Steph. And they're going to be drawing double teams and kicking it to these guys who are supposed to be shooters, right? And if KCP, if Wes Matthews, if Kuzma, right? If THT, right? If Schroeder, right? If these guys go cold, it is over. All right. So let's be very clear. He knows that this can happen, and so he wanted to set a Bronviat just in case. And I, you know what? At this point in Bron's career, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate the Bronviats. I appreciate working the media. I appreciate the details. Right. I appreciate that he's the GOAT within the GOAT. You know what I mean? The game within the game. Right. You know what I mean? This is how Bron looks at these. This is how his mind's working. And we gotta respect greatness. So, with that being said, Black, did you want to blow me in on this, man?
Mark, is it my turn?
It's your turn. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm on my skip right now. Okay. All right. So I agree with everything you said, Leak. These are definitely Bronviats.
Black Vegas.
He's definitely put Bronviats in place, just in case the Lakers don't win. He could say, hey, hey, if we're gonna lose anybody, I'd rather be the MVP than or MVP candidate than anybody else. So we lost to the best. We lost to a better man. That's already in the tuck. But I think it's deeper than that, right? There's more levels than that for Bron, because Bron is a chess player, right? First and foremost, I want to say, shout out to Steph, an amazing season. He heard all my hate.
Yep.
He ate the hate. And he balled out this year, right? Everything that I said, though, was facts, and we all know it. He just proved that he's better than that, right? Which is what a GOAT should do. So for that, I applaud Steph. All right.
I'm gonna throw his number. Black, keep cooking, but I'm gonna throw his numbers up. Just so we can get that perspective on Steph and his career at this. We're gonna put down on paper what Bron just bloviated, basically.
Right.
Where he was born, right? You know what I'm saying? How many years, 3-point, all that. We're gonna Nigga could have just put this up, right?
Where he knocked his first 3 down, right?
Right.
You got all of that, right? But look, so that being said, shout out to Steph Curry, an amazing year. He did his thing. Got his team in position to fight for a playoff spot. That being said, the Lakers should not be in this position.
Right.
All right. Even with the injuries they sustained this year, the Lakers should not be in this spot. Right. I think we can all agree upon that. So where Bron's at with his machination, right? He doesn't want to face an angry Steph. No one does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to face a Steph that's looking to explode for 60.
lightweight, because Steph light skin, so he lightweight red Steph, right? Like he's
right,
right. You know, nobody wants to see red Steph, like that ultimate Steph. You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to go against Super Saiyan Steph.
Right.
So what Bron's doing is he's softening the blow, right?
Right.
It's the equivalent of going into a boxing match, right?
Right.
If a boxer is mad at you, he's gonna come at you with no respect. So if you soften that blow by showing love to that fighter, now in the back of his head, he's thinking twice about how he's playing the game.
Right.
So we get to see Bron's Machiavellian nature at work here, right? Not only that, though, there's also talk about Bron trying to get Steph to come on to the Lakers for the next season or the season after that. Right. So this is also Bron trying to put pieces in place, little breadcrumbs in place in order to sustain his own legacy.
Right.
Yeah. So we get to see Bron's devious nature in this post-game interview. That being said, I am excited for this game. I think the Lakers are gonna win. I know we're gonna get into this talk, but I'll just leave this here. I got a stack on the Lakers. All right, I got a stack. Whoever wants to take that, holla at me, man. Hey, look, yeah,
right.
This is where
this
we're at
right here.
Right. Like what Bron want to see, right? This is what Bron want to get to the fans, right?
Man, it's gonna be a interesting.
Hey, this is where we at with it, fellas. All right. Hey, we're gonna take souls. All right.
So shout out to Darren too. Shout out to Darren.
Man, shout out to Anti-Merch.
Shout out to Anti.
Absolutely.
Hey, Ty Freeman, let's get it, man. Hey, have a great day at work, brother.
Yes, sir. Man, so yeah, I think you guys raised excellent point. Spirit of Curry, right? Yeah, I think I saw Nate say that it's going to be hard for the league to let the Lakers not make this playoff tournament, right? So let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about the play-in seedings and the first couple of games, and then our projections. So I think, Lee, I'm not sure if you have it on your screen, but if not, I can run them off.
Yeah. You could go ahead and start. Okay. I think I summed up right here. Let's see. Do I got that right here? Okay. Yep. Here we go. All right. I'm bringing that up right now.
Cool. So in the West, we have the 9 and 10 seed playing. So we got Memphis at the 9 spot, San Antonio at the 10 spot, and they're going to be going head up. The winner of that will then go to play the winner of the 7 and 8 seed, which is
the loser of the 7-8.
The loser, excuse me. Thank you, Black. The loser of the 7 and 8 seed, which is Lakers at 7, Warriors at 8. So let's start with the West Coast, y'all, the best coast, if you will. Who do you have? What are your projections, or what are your thoughts on those games? Black, we'll start with you on this one.
Man, I'm stoked on this first and foremost. I think the fans win, regardless of the outcome, just because it's literally a wild card tourney, right? Mm-hmm. And that's something that we haven't really experienced for hoop. In the NFL, they do this all the time. Yeah. But in basketball, this is a new feeling. So I want to express that. That being said, San Antonio and Grizz is a very, very, very interesting game for the future of the NBA, I'll say. It's almost a passing of the guard, so to speak. The Grizzly, everybody counted the Grizz out, right? Until they drafted Ja Morant.
Right.
And then the narrative began to shift. They got a new head coach. They play extremely hard, right? Yeah. It's basically like the new Grindhouse, right? Mm-hmm. So that being said, they're facing against Pop ready to blow the whole squad up, right? Spurs lightweight don't even want to be in this situation because they want to move forward for their future. They want to get. I'm sure they want to draft well. I'm sure they want to get rid of DeMar DeRozan and Rudy Gay.
Right.
They already lost LaMarcus Aldridge, so this is almost like a passing of the guard, and we might be seeing a nail in Pop's coffin, right? So I think my prediction is that the Grizz take this game, and we witness the retirement and exit of one of the GOAT coaches of all time, Pop, and you're hearing it first on No Hesi.
Yeah, I think you may have something there, Black. Leak, what are your thoughts, man?
Black, we had conversations off air prior to this show, and we discussed some sub narratives that we can't quite share with the people just yet. You know what I mean? But this one is the cutting edge. All right, we got the plan with Ja Morant, the upcoming point guard that's looking to establish himself as a potential Hall of Fame player, high usage player, right? One of the greats, you know what I mean? One of the great primary ball handlers he's looking like he could possibly be. He literally has the chance to end Pop's career. Now, not in a disrespectful manner, because Pop has done a lot for the game, and we all respect that, even Ja does. But we literally have a chance to see, Pop's lightweight on that bed, right? On that bed with the gray hair, just like he got, right? The gray long hair with the little bald. Pop's in that bed, right? That that old folks home, the old folks hoop home, right? In that bed. And Ja Morant is at the kneel of the bed, and he's talking to him. He's telling him how much he respects him. Ja's got a knife in the back of his hand. All right. All right. Look, scratch that. That's a little violent. Listen, Ja's got his hand on the plug that's keeping Pop alive.
Right.
And after they share some sentimental words, and Pop knows what time it is. Pop because Pop was there, right? When he pulled the plug on another coach, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So these guys know what time it is. I do think that Ja Morant is going to take advantage of the moment. They lost the play-in last year to the Blazers, right? That was when Dame Lillard was on a fire streak, playing like Steph Curry. In hindsight, right? Now we'll say that. Dame Lillard was playing like Steph Curry, all right? So they ended Ja. They took them out the playing game. And Ja had a better rookie season than Zion Williamson, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of narratives, a lot of tension on that. Dame as a GOAT ended Ja's season. And Ja came back this year ready to go, ready to outlast, and now he has the opportunity to end Pop's career on a graceful note. And I do think that he will do that. And I do think that the Spurs will be in a full rebuild along with coaching next year after this situation. But I just want to touch on that.
Yeah, I think you guys got some great points there, man. It's gonna be interesting. Now let's move over to the East really quickly. We have the Celtics.
Hold on, Mark.
What?
Who y'all got in the Lakers Golden State game?
Oh, I got the Lakers.
I got the Lakers. Go ahead, Lee.
I was just gonna say I think we're gonna see a defensive scheme on Steph like we haven't seen. I think they're gonna blitz the living organisms out of Steph, right? So I definitely think Steph's gonna get an all-out type of coverage. LeBron said this isn't like a game 7 because we didn't play them 6 times prior, so we can't replicate that. But this is a playoff game. And so with that being said, expect Vogel to be on his best behavior and to have that pen and that pad and that board ready to go, and all the other assistants as well. Because remember, they're not only trying to win a game, they're trying to impress LeBron James, right? So it's a little two-way fold with that situation over there. So I do got the Lakers.
Well, you definitely got to let everybody else beat you, right? Like obviously you can only hope to contain Steph. Steph is a a non-for-real player, so he's gonna do what he does. But you gotta let everybody else beat you. Andrew Wiggins,
right?
Draymond Green,
Poole,
and a list of other names that I do not know. Shout out to Ramon. Maybe he can help us out. And you know what? I ain't seen Ramon in here since the last Steph Dame talk. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm definitely gonna be. I'm looking for Ramon to speak his piece leading up to Tuesday, right?
And
Or
Ramon
Wednesday,
should feel
rather.
justified. Ramon should feel justified right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steph Curry has proven that he is better than Damian Lillard. I'll even say that. And I was the one who really pushed that narrative early on. I think Black jumped on that narrative because he saw that there actually was something there. There was something lightweight substantial there. And with the hate for Steph that he had, he decided to pick up that narrative and kind of move with that. Well, now Steph put that to rest. All right.
That was a cornerstone of No Hesi this season.
It was.
All right.
That's a rest, and I have no problem with that because we wanted him to prove that he was who everybody thought he was, right?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting. I definitely got the Lakers as well. I think, and then I think Golden State is gonna.
Hold on. Hold on, Mark. What Black? You think Gilbert coming for you or what? You think?
Nah, it was getting dark in here, so I had to turn the lights on.
You thought Gil was coming, huh?
Hey, I just want the community to see my face, man. That's all.
Right. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. So we're moving right along, guys, to the East.
Hey, Mark, y'all bloviating too much today.
Mark, all right now, y'all making my job hard, all right?
Nah, I'm here for it, man. All right, so we got the Celtics at the 7th spot in the East. We have the Wizards, actually got down to the 8th spot. Wow. And then we have the Pacers at 9 and the Hornets at 10. Who do you guys have winning these series here? Leek, we'll start with you on this one, man.
Okay, so for the Wizards and the Celtics, that's going to be a good game. I've always liked those playoff matchups with the Wizards and Celtics from back in the John Wall kind of years. Mm-hmm. This is a little different from both sides because now John Wall, this is the first season that he's not there. Well, he hasn't been there technically because he's been injured, but he's literally not there. So Washington has a whole new look led by Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. And the Celtics have been a disappointment this year, but they've also dealt with injuries. Jaylen Brown is now done for the season. And then Kemba Walker has been in and out of the lineup. And so is Marcus Smart. So I'm not sure where their health is going to be at as far as those latter two players. But this is going to be a defining game, not only for Brad Stevens, right, but for also Jason Tatum. And then on the other side, the Wizards, I think we already know who Brad Beal is and we already know who Russell Westbrook is. So it's not necessarily a deciding game for them. We know they're both working with pennies on the dollar as far as teammates, right? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and say I got the Wizards winning this game. However, if Jason Tatum drops 60 and they get the dub, because he's been on a tear the last couple of weeks, we got to start talking about him different.
Woo.
And I'll say that.
Point taken.
Now, as far as the Hornets and the Pacers, I do believe the Hornets are closer to being a bottom of the barrel team than a 8 seed, right? Because it's playing it's kind of saying, hey, if you guys want to fight your way in, you get the 7th or 8th spot instead of these other teams. Mm-hmm. The Hornets play like a bottom of the barrel East team. That's how they play. But they do have a couple X factors in Terry Rozier scoring, Devontae Graham being able to get a little hot, and that rookie with his hair on fire, LaMelo Ball. All right. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I told Black, I don't think LaMelo's got anything left in the tank. I watched the last 2 games. I don't think he's got another 30-point outburst. I don't even think he's got a 27-point outburst. He might have a 16-point game and then get to the line and drop a couple free throws and get to like 25, but I don't see it. I see if LaMelo can deliver his averages of 17, 16, and then 7 assists, 6 rebounds, then that gives the Hornets their best shot because they can't beat an inconsistent team like the Pacers. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Pacers. I think the Pacers are better coached, they're more solid, and I think this is gonna be the deciding factor that gets James Borrego fired and has the new guard built around LaMelo come into play for this next season. So I'll go ahead and say that.
Hey, listen. Hey, Mark, can I go, Mark?
Yes, sir. It's your turn.
Listen, man, we sat here I'm speaking for the No Hesi community now.
Yeah.
We sat here as a community and listened to you bloviate for hours on end about LaMelo Ball and the Hornets. And now you mean to tell me that you're picking the Indiana Pacers to defeat them in a play-in game? I rebuke that, man. I rebuke that. All right. I'm not here for that. Hey, No Hesi community, man. Jump in the chat right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the chat and have your way with Spike Lee. All right.
Flame me, not just flame me. Right. You know better than Gilbert Arenas now. All right.
Nah. But that being said, the East excites me more than the West, honestly.
Yeah.
All these four teams are like it's like the island of misplaced toys, right? First and foremost, the Celtics and the Wiz, in my opinion, should not be in a play-in game. Celtics specifically because their team, even with injuries, was too talented to drop down to 7. Looking at the rest of the landscape of the East. Same with the Wiz. I mean, you know, for all intents and purposes, with getting Russell Westbrook this offseason and pairing him with Bradley Beal, we all thought that they were a top 6 team on the East, even with the supporting cast. I mean, the East ain't that tough, all right? Yeah. So that being said, I'm excited to see where these two teams land. Leak, you're right. If Jason Tatum, explodes in this game and they get the dub, we will have to speak to him differently. But I'm here to say this, and this is a No Hesi prediction. The Celtics will lose, and Bradley Stevens will be fired.
Wow.
Ooh. Wow, man.
If you're right about that, we're getting a deal. All right.
Yeah.
You like to put the Hesi house up.
Hey man, I put him on the No Hesi screen episodes ago, and we're seeing it come full circle. All right. The players they're not listening to him. They're playing like they don't care. They're playing selfishly, and they need a new voice. And I hate that this team is so talented and they're in this position right now. So they, I'd even say they need to lose just to wake up the franchise and make moves that will help them become one of the top teams in the East. Moving on to the Pacers and Hornets. I'm shocked, Leak. I'm shocked at you because the Pacers are looking like they're in tank mode. They won their last game, but for this last month, they've looked awful. They've looked terrible. So that being said, I would much rather want to see the Hornets push for the 8th seed against the Celtics and lightweight take their heart out.
Hey,
lightweight take the Celtics' heart out.
Check this out. I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't mean to cut off your bloviation back.
But you cut my bloviation off.
I am for good reason. All right, and you're gonna sit back and you're gonna take that. All right. All right? Now, just for you and all the other No Hesi fans out there, and Mr. Nate Curry too, Mr. You Go Crazy. All right. Listen. I'm not here for the emotional narratives. Okay. If you want that, you go to those other platforms. All right. I'm not here for that. This ain't about what I want. All right. This ain't about what I want. All right. Look, when we go to sleep at night, right? We look up to the hoop guys and we pray that their will be done. All right. All right. So it ain't about me. All right. It ain't about my narrative. All right. It ain't about me. Of course, I want LaMelo to go to the finals. All right. I want him to get finals MVP. All right. Okay. But apparently the hoop deity won't allow that because what that would do is upset the hoopiverse, right? But things have to be done in decency and in order and in a balance. All right. And I'm saying that it doesn't look like LaMelo Ball, based off the last 2 games they played, that he's not. It doesn't like he's ready to lead his team past a playing game. He's led them to a play-in tournament, which I give him respect as a rookie. Of course, he's had some help, but Gordon's been out, so he's been carrying a blunt of the load, 17, 7, and 7. But I don't think he's ready to take a team to the next level yet. And
but Leak, see, hey, you cut my bloviation, so I'm gonna cut yours. All right.
Go ahead. It's back to you.
You're talking about the Hornets and their place on the East, but you're not talking about the fact of the matter, which is they're playing against the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers have been utter trash for the last 2 months. All right. They haven't looked like the same team they were when they started the season off. Ever since they traded Victor Oladipo, even, right? Shout out to Karis LeVert. Obviously seeing him come back from what could have potentially ended his career is amazing among itself. But Indiana is not a good team. Let's be honest. So for you to lose faith in the Hornets,
Karis LeVert will be the best player on the floor that night. All right, Karis LeVert will be the best player on the floor that night.
And look, that's a slight to Sabonis. But that being said, I still don't think that they're a better team than the Hornets. I think the Hornets can win this game. And it shocks me that I have to be the one to go out on a limb here and die on this hill. All right?
Yeah, you see this the No Hesi fan base. This is what you guys get. You can't write it any better than this. Look at that. For me to flip the script on the playing game, right? And for Black to be on my head about who I choose and me going against LaMelo, you can't write this any better, all right? Listen, Karis LeVert is the best player on the floor, all right? All right?
Y'all have definitely gone full circle, man. Black is giving, Steph his props, and now Leak is Leak's right off LaMelo. So, man, we go full circle here on the HoopCast, man. But it's going to be a great tournament. I think it starts starts tomorrow. Well,
starts Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday. So, man, it's going to be dope. It's going to be lit. We'll definitely be tapped in. So, guys, it's been another great episode of the No Hesi HoopCast, man. We're giving the people, all that they can handle. And so before we get out of here, though, we want to say thank you to everyone. And we also want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and tell your friends, your family, tell 5 people about the No Hesi HoopCast, man, because we want to blow this thing up even greater, man. So we appreciate you guys. Before we get out of here, Leaks are going to hit us off with a little hoop homage, man. We want to pay homage to those who have hooped before us. So
that's a fact.
It's all you, man.
That's a fact. I appreciate it, Mark. And in light of the, with the hoop homage, we like to go in based off the narratives of the show, right? You know what I'm saying? And we don't just pick the low-hanging fruit for the hoop homage, right? We might have to dig our arm inside them leaves of the tree, right? And pull out that rare fruit, that juicy fruit, as Into Me would say in the 70s, right? Anyway, look, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. Today's hoop homage is none other than, his name came up a time or two during the show. It comes up often whenever there's conflict around the league, especially with players in locker room scenarios. Big Oak.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. We got Charles.
Hey, we're about to witness elite goon work, right?
Right. Oak rocking
Oak with the dreads was brazy too.
Hey, with the dreads and the all black Air Forces. Right. He's got Scottie Pippen by the throat.
Yo, look at Scottie eating that too, right? He's gonna smack Scottie in the face.
Look at Oak with a suplex, right? With a suplex on Barkley, right? and then haymaker's throw, right?
He caught the dream with a little haymaker.
Yeah, he did.
He ate that,
with a stray haymaker.
Look, Robin don't even want the smoke, right?
Right.
Like Jordan say, Robin, get the hell out of here. Come on, man, Robin, go.
It's like wait, not the Big Bang, but the Goon Bang when they do that, right?
Yeah.
The Goon Bang theory.
Like Goon Bang theory, right? Look, hey, my little lightweight flits right there. Hey, I go in front. Hey, that's my body flip. Oh, look at that.
Hey, is Oakley the number 1 goon in your eyes?
Absolutely.
Yep.
The game was his most physical, and he was the physical of the physical, right?
Yep.
So absolutely. Yeah.
And according to MJ, According to The Last Dance, he was off that powder too.
Yeah.
So you know he was off the chain, right? You know he was a little crazy with it.
And the thing is, when he came in the game, you knew it wasn't for anything other than to be physical, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You already knew.
Right. Look
What?
at that. Look at
Smack.
Oak say, yo.
And he wasn't shook though.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Oak gave him a headbutt under the chin. Look at that. Oak with the head slinger, right? Look.
Oak and Kareem?
Look at that. Oak don't care, man.
And Kareem had a rep too.
Yeah. He did. Kareem with
Kareem was well respected within the NBA community. Let's put it that way. Ooh, he yoked whoever that is.
Oak don't even be seeing some of these cats, right?
Right.
That's how Aggie he was.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
I know, right? Oak with the no.
MJ just wanted the little back cut.
Right. Oak with MJ. Hey, MJ wanted a back cut like a little drill, right? A little drill work with Oak.
Right.
Oh man, that's how MJ kind of get this bag a little bit, right? Little cut from Oak. You know what I mean?
The Davis brothers were pretty crazy too.
Yeah, they were. Antonio Davis.
Yeah, them cats was crazy too.
Yeah. Hey, look, now let me ask y'all this, man. Is there anybody in the league? Is there anybody in the league today that's reminiscent of Oak?
I would say Udonis Haslem, but he's past his prime for sure.
Yeah.
And it wasn't exactly. I would kind of go with Udonis for now.
Yeah.
But
what about Johnson? James Johnson.
Okay.
Cats really don't want smoke with James Johnson out there.
I agree with that.
Maybe the Morris twins, man. Those might be the closest.
Yeah. You got to coop them together though to equal doing that.
Yeah.
You
got to combine. You got to fuse the Morris twins together.
Right.
Man, it must have been battles going against Oak though, man. Imagine you're big, and Oak comes in. He gets checked into the game. You already know what time it is.
You know what's up.
Absolutely. It's time for the whistles to blow, right? Right. Look at hold on.
You gonna push the man while he's down?
Hold on. Look how Oak presided over this man. Like he was
right.
Look at this. Look at this, man. Come on, man. Look when Oak rised up, the dude even cowered back.
He looked like kind of like
Oak was on like lightweight on his prison gangster.
Right.
Yeah.
Oak was on his prison gangster.
Look at hey, dude, like somebody come get this man. Come on, man. He ain't even talking to Oak. He's talking to everybody else, right?
hey, Oak is definitely in the Goon Hall of Fame for sure. And, he almost smacked him.
Hey, Oak was about to grab him.
He touched his lip.
Oak was about to grab him by the neck and then throw a right hand.
Bro, yep. Oak flicked his lip.
Look at that.
He was.
Watch the lip flick. Watch the lip flick after this. Watch. Right here. Watch.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, Oak was sizing him up. Now these dudes are like heavyweights, man. Dog. Look at Oak ready to defend MJ. Look at that.
Man.
Look at Oak going up for MJ.
He hopped over Jordan to get to the dude.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't having that. Nah, he wasn't having that. Hey, not my superstar.
Hey,
right.
Hey, we haven't seen no other goon go through an obstacle course to defend his GOAT, right?
That's how you got to do it, man.
That's how you got to do it.
Hey, this is a great era.
Yep.
Man. Oh, look at the coaches getting into the thing.
I think that was Vinny Del Negro, right? I was gonna say Vinny Del Nigga. Sorry, y'all. I apologize, y'all. We in the hoop homage. We in the after hours right now. All right. He tried to fight Pippen on the floor. That's how confident Oak was. Look, he said, "I'm on the floor, but I'll fight you."
Hey, look, Scotty with the little smirk on his face.
Got to smirk it off.
Hey, Scotty with the hand, like, hold on, Oak, look, hold on, Oak, look, hold on now.
Hey, I remember what happened now.
Right. Oak with the red jumper.
A stretch Oak. A stretch boom, right?
Right.
Look, and that was the birth of a stretch goon, right? Oak with the floater, right? With the physical floater. Look how he got physical after he let the ball go, right?
Right.
Look at his leg. Look at the leg.
Now he gets physical. Look,
Yo,
Charles,
Oak with the dreads is insane. Oak like he from the town.
Hey, Oak with the dreads is like Snoop Lion, right? You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, hey, where else is anybody getting this type of culture, man?
Nah, man. It's only here. It's only
Look,
here.
hey, No Hesi community, man. We love y'all, man. Hey, we can't wait for Monday so we can kick it with y'all, man. And talk hoop, man.
We can go all night, man. We can go all night with these old highlights. Noti Gang, shout out to Nate Curry, Noti Gang. Oh, y'all, hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
If you're watching the playback, hit that so you can be notified when we go live because it is an event every time, man.
Yo, turn this on when you're cleaning up your, when you're doing your laundry, man. When you're on a long drive, man, turn this on. It's gonna be laughs and comedy, and it's gonna be great hoop takes.
Absolutely, fellas. So, man, we want to thank everyone. Like the gentleman just said, thank everyone for joining us. Man, that's all I got, man. Black Leak, any final words, man?
Man, shout out to all the graduates, all the high school and college graduates coming up real soon, man. You guys worked real hard through a hard time, so shout out to you guys.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna second that, man. Anybody putting in that work to get to the next level of something, we at No Hesi commend you and we salute you. You know what I mean? As long as it's legal, obviously, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Rather than now and the other stuff, you know what I mean? That's back in the day when you ain't a child, you put it in child's way. Listen, I'm gonna stop. Look, man. Hey, we love y'all. Shout out to all the people, the fans and the stands. Hey, lightweight No Hesi community is like the stands, right? It's like the stand. You know what I mean? Like cats bloviating, throwing out comments from the stands, hate or love, right? You know what I mean? So shout out to Noti Gang, man. That's all I got, man.
We out, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.